Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Corey with Blind Hog Adventures. We are headed out, going to take the Carolina skiff, try to do a little fishing, see what we run up on. Hopefully we'll find us some of those big trout. Well, let's head on in here and get some breakfast. If you're ever in the Crestwell area, hit up Big Blue 252. All kind of good stuff, y'all. Bakery, best cheese biscuit around. Let's hit it up. Oh yeah, we got the breakfast now. It's all nothing to do but to catch some fish. So alright, y'all, I don't know if you've ever heard this or not. People call it a wives' tale or whatever. It's not. So we're getting ready to go buy a field full of cows. And just like that sonar table people use for fishing if they're going to be biting or not, you can use your local livestock. So if all these cows are on their feet feeding, it's going to be a good day. If they're laying down, well, I don't know. Here we go. Check it out. Looky what we got. Cows just to feed. Now, I don't know if that's going to pay off or not, but we're going to see. But every time they've been feeding, the fish ain't far behind. So stay tuned and let's see what goes on. But there's your tip for today. Check out your local livestock. Already marking fish right there. Look at all that. Marking some more on the bow. See if we can get us one. Just had one jump right there. That spot holds a lot of fish. It's probably been really fish heavy this morning. Some more spots up here. Today we're going to really hit where these little creeks come out. We got 3 to 4 mile an hour east northeast wind. It's not heavy at all, but we're going to see if we can target some of these creek mouths. So the wind's going to be blowing as we go down the creek, basically straight head on or a little right to left. And so we're going to try to hit those creeks feeding in on the right side and some of these deeper holes and see what we find. There's nothing here, but that don't mean we didn't learn something. Let's move on to the next one. Like I was telling you, if you see the bubbles right over there, the tide's going out, so it's sucking the water out of these little creeks. So right up here is one of these creek mouths. And so what we're going to do is get up here, and they've been on the back side of a shelf. So these creek mouths normally have a little bar at them, and then they'll have a drop off. And so up here on these creek mouths on the right hand side, pins are some on the left hand side as we get on up. But they've been up here in these little creek mouths, and as it's pulling out, the fish will come on out and they'll set up. And as it's pulling out the little bait fish or whatever, it's been working pretty good. So we'll set ourselves up on the left side of the creek and cast to the right. but it's actually helping us go on down without much power, because like I said, the water's going out now for the next hour and a half, and we're going to try and take advantage of that. Kind of set ourselves up, stop, cut everything off, cast this creek mouth, see what we do. We're gonna let it just sink. Already just had a nudge. Come on. And with the water temperature only being 50, I'm trying to just slow roll it near the bottom. See if we get any reactions. We're in about 5.5 feet of water here. Got some action up ahead of us on the water. Take it. Oh, that was a good hit. And you say, what creek mouth? Well, we're in a creek. Now I'm in a marsh. And those are little creeks and sloughs. Fish on. Told you. I know it's not a monster, but I just wanted, for a lot of people to say they can't catch trout this time of year, like I said, in February, and they're real finicky and picky. People think that's not much, but when those little fish or big fish go on up in there, and they're sitting up in there all morning trying to get in that warmer water, and it starts to warm up. This morning it was 37, 38. Now it's outside about 53, and I think it's supposed to get to about 60 today. These bigger ones are sitting on the bottom, so you got to go through some small ones to get to it. But that may not look like much, but it runs up in there 200 yards, which you can't get a boat. You may could get a kayak up there. But they come out of these little mouths, and there is a drop off right there, and this is a decent one. Just switched over, saw some swirling and bait breaking, and this is a salt strong, and it's in a mulligan color. It's the mulligan salt strong, I'm sorry, but it's in a Alabama leprechaun. I've noticed they ain't been wanting to hit the yellows and stuff like that. Now that fish right there is ice cold, but there you go. And I mean, it hardly hit the water and started swimming the same place I'd been throwing yellows, shrimp, all kind of stuff. They just want that darker color today, evidently. But I've been seeing them break up and down that bank right there in front of me. I mean, just the wind protected, and I've thrown everything and hadn't had a bite. I threw it there the first time, had a bite. We'll see if we can go 2 for 2. Right in that same spot. Same thing. It's 8.5 here. Up there near that bank's about 4, so it drops off. Current flowing through. Let it drop a second. There it is. Oh, take it. Had a bite. Right there where the edge of that. Maybe 15 foot from the boat, but I just let it stop and fall, and they hit it on the fall. Dang. Another bite. I know it's not fish, and there is weeds in here, but nothing on the hook. Let's go down the middle a little bit more, a little deeper. Gave it time to fall to the bottom. See if anything's moved back in here. Wind's changed direction a little bit, gone northeast. So eased off down the creek. We can see a little more action. We'll ease by and see if anything's sitting out at the mouths. I didn't really get up on the feeder creek mouth itself. Didn't want to scare anything off that was there, scare it back up the creek. But I've got a feeder creek right here, and I've got a feeder creek right over there. And so what I'm going to do is give me a little bit of Procure on this 3JD. Use my trolling motor once again. It's my anchor. I'm gonna fish side to side on this and just see what we get. I'm gonna let the wind, really isn't any current right now, but since the wind's changed direction, it's blowing down the creek, and I'm gonna let that carry my bait past the beginning of the feeder creek, and let's see if we catch anything. Only what we got. Little trout. That thing went for a 4-inch bait. You see it, y'all? That thing went for a 4-inch bait. And I tell you what, that's why they're running. Something is tearing them up. Look, eating the sides of them up. Then they're in there just rolling. But I didn't get beat by them. What do you know? And it ended up going on a bad shad. And I want to show you this. This is a 43.2. He's on Instagram, 43.2 fishing. And those heads are awesome. And I have had hits on those heads when I have it on Z-Man and all kind of stuff. They hold great. Give them a chance. Give them a shot. Hit them up. He can make anything. They're really known for the jawbreaker jigs and stuff like that that you catch drum with and all. But that's them, and they're some good people, but a really quality product. So definitely hit them up. Let them know Corey told you about them. I'm not affiliated or anything. I've got a lot of their products. Talk to them, but they're really good dudes, and will help you catch fish. I mean, he ties flies and all kind of stuff. Very, very talented. Down around the Morehead City, New Bern area. Well, my SD card went full, so I don't know what you've seen and what you ain't, because I'm new to this. But we just caught our first drum. I've been seeing them break all morning. I should have put this black and gold rush lure on earlier. The drum can't stand it in this stained water. If they see it, they're going to bite it. It's just automatic. And so we're going to move down the rest of this creek here where we marked them this morning, because we're going to get ready to head out of here. There's a video of me and my nephew, and his is J-Bo from Joko. So he's on YouTube and all those. He's got a video of us. We probably caught 30 drum in 30 minutes. Easy. He had this lure on and I had on Purple Death, and he was out catching me 2-to-1 with this lure right here, and they were chasing those little silvery fish in a span from here to those trees, back and forth, and a little curve just like this, real calm, nothing in the way, nothing bothering them, and they ran those fish back, that bait back and forth, and we would just sit there, and as they come by, we'd eat them up, and you could cast the head of them or in them, and if you could get through the bait fish, bumping your lure to get down to them, Man, it was come on, let's go. It was a blast. But check out his channel and subscribe and like it. He's 16, he loves it, loves videoing. But it's J-Bo from Jco. So JBO from JCO, Johnson County. And J-Bo's his nickname. But check him out. Him and his buddies do a good job of that. I don't know what just broke there, but if it would bite that lure, it sure would be awesome. Because that's going to be a fight. Like that. Fish on. It's either a drum, a heck of a trout, or another one of them crazy things. I don't know what it was. First keeper trout of the day right there. First keeper trout. We'll take it, won't we? That's all right. Alright guys, hey, it was an awesome day. Probably a dozen or so fish caught. One I can't tell you what it was. Another one was a drum. The rest of them were small trout. Caught one keeper. My SD card died on me, so that was a learning experience. But first time out with the GoPro, I had a blast. Just hoping the video would turn out, but if not, the memories will. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you watching. If you end up liking this, and bear with me, it's my first one, so I'll take some constructive criticism down below, but hey, how about like and subscribe? Blind Hog Adventures, like I said, it's just trying to pass along knowledge, help each other out, and just record some memories and for the long haul. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Have a blessed day, and tight lines.